tournament happening over the next 2 days. I'm going to just let them go. We got Flitz and Cam versus Money and Xpurt, a rematch from their round 1 matchup. This time, though, it's in the lower bracket. You lose, you're out. You win, you move on.
Yes. Hopefully we have a, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan type of rematch here. If you're Money and Xpurt, you left but the learner, and now you're the master type of deal is what we're looking for. But Cam and Flitz, after game 1 of the first go-around here, never let go of the pressure. Xpurt and Money really just needed to figure out a few things on how they wanted to communicate and move the ball around the pitch a little bit more, and I think they would have stood a better chance. And Cam and Flitz just got off a tough game versus Beast mode. And Daniel, as that one's going to hit the post, and me trying to score one-on-one versus Cam, no dice.
Woo! Solid touch there. Flitz. Flick. Xpurt dodged the bump. Money has to get there in time. A little bit of a stretch there. And if you guys are also wondering, there are other matches going on. This means I'm not looking at the screen right now. As I showed you guys, there are 4 lower final matches happening right now. This is one of them. Alpha Cap and Spider are up 2-0 against Adam and Diaz. Magiver and Tiva are going to take on Two Piece and Parth. And Gyro and Aqua are up 2-0 against Beastabonium and Delta, doing exactly what the Chiefs said. They dropped their first matchup against them, and now they're looking to knock them out of the tournament.
Currently, Xpurt and Money, they've definitely got a good enough position to start off pretty strong here versus Cam and Flitz, because they're both just kind of tied up in the corner. They have to spread themselves out, but definitely not the ideal positioning. Thankfully, Xpurt and Money didn't have a whole lot of boost to actually apply any pressure there.
Money. Oh, they're both right there. Xpurt off the ceiling.
Okay.
Go straight down. And sends it straight back to Flitz. Yeah, Flitz is going to take that one up. You can tell from the grunt, Chiefs not really too impressed with that play up forward.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, bringing it down and starting the dribble right there. And obviously, it all falls apart as soon as you fail the catch. Tipping it forward is what takes away all your options. Cam is going to say, move, Flitz, I got this one. Xpurt Money just sort of floating things across the net at this point. You have to take care. That's kind of what got him into trouble in the previous series, where you're just throwing the balls across the net with no way to actually score them, and you allow a 2-on-1 counterattack.
Flip, reset. Here's Flitz. Xpurt on the wall to meet him. Flitz pass one. Flitz with the dunk! And Flitz demanding a goal with this play.
So much boost. Started off with 100 and didn't even have to use all of it. I mean, talk about managing the pace perfectly on that ball up off the ceiling, and then manipulating that timing further so that as it comes down, you end up on top to go straight through the guy. Ooh.
Crazy stuff. I believe the Gyro in series is over. Gyro and Aqua sweep. So, that is another team qualified for tomorrow. We'll see that. And I think I'm being raided by Roldis. So, big shout out Roldis for the raid. It's coming through soon. That being said, we're sitting here. Nice touch out from Cam. Cam and Flitz still working on just kind of keeping this game in check. Obviously, they are coming after that Game 5 loss. Sometimes that takes a lot out of them, but they seem like they were ready to get into this game. So not too much of a worry. A little bit of a wait there for Money and Xpurt, but this game is still a 1-goal game. Maybe a chance here. Can Money get around it? No, can't put a shot on.
Take it back.
Yep, trying to. Exclamation point, hell.
Xpurt knew. He's like, okay, we got to get out of here. Just not quite able to move the ball the way they want once they get into that blue half. Cam and Flitz definitely setting up pretty solidly defensively, as that one's just trying to keep the ball in the box. Now, Cam, you have to win a few challenges in a row here. There's one off the wall. Can't quite get two. Xpurt says, excuse me, here comes Money. That'll tie things up. Okay. Huge bump off Flitz. RIP positioning.
Yeah, the bump is crazy here. And then the recovery from Money, too, because Kim does get that light touch, but it's not enough to actually force anything out of Money. So Money's able to just jump out, recover, get back into things. Very, very solid.
You think Cam and Flitz are going to try and bring all that fake kickoff game that they were kind of starting to do the back and forth with Beast Mode and Daniel in the game?
I could see it. I feel like...
Or are they just like, you know what?
They might need to. At this point, that was just straight up speed. Like, Xpurt. Nice touch out. Was looking for the bump. Forced Flitz low. And Money, solid touch there.
Worst case bounce off that backboard too. Going out towards the middle instead of rolling along the wall. And oof, no chance. Oops. You gotta score it. That's not gonna score it.
That's not gonna score it. Not at all. Not at all. Let's touch out to Cam. Cam pops it up high. Final few, time ticking down. And that clear will do it. We had it's deja vu achieves. Game 1 again going to Xpurt and Money.
Whew. Not for free though, that's for sure. I mean, they definitely picked apart. I don't even think it was really that bad of play from Cam Flitz. I'm thinking about that bump play that just absolutely blew him up. I don't think that anyone was necessarily out of position. It was just more a great play made by Money and Xpurt to give themselves an opportunity, capitalizing. And so hopefully things go a little bit more their way as the series continues, because here's where you saw the big flip from Cam and Flitz in that first series. I mean, Money and Xpurt were absolutely running the table in game 1 last time. It was 14 shots to 4 or something. And definitely as the series has gone on, everyone's kind of, I think, dialed in a little bit more. So much tighter ordeals, I think, to be expected here. I don't really know if game 1 is indicative of anything in game 2. I think it's going to be more of just a straight back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised to see, multiple one-goal games in a row here.
The way these two teams kind of play to each other does give those signs off. Xpurt and Money have been doing much better in terms of not overextending, and also their consistency on the ball has been very well. Not really too many missed touches or just straight up whiffs. And for Flitz and Cam, I mean, well, I say that, look, we got a whiff from them right now. That one just Flitz just catches it. He says, I know exactly what you're going to do. Give me that.
It's just too telegraphed. I mean, when you get all the way around the back of the ball like that, only one direction that ball's going. Unfortunately, that's kind of forced, right? Because the positioning from the supporting player is so tight right there that if you bang that off the back wall, there's a decent chance that it gets cleared over his head, or he's just too tight to actually try and shoot the ball, so you start trying to go directly across the middle, and there's no easy way to make strong contact on it.
Nice touch. And Money has to be very careful there. The bump, though, that's going to give Xpurt the ball. Xpurt pass 1, but off the crossbar. Money was getting the mid boost, so Cam, chance to play it over. He'll go off the corner. Flitz goes for that, gets beat. Could be a chance here for a counterattack. Still plenty of time in this game, too. Money taking his time. And, plays it in. It's interesting. You talk about being, too telegraphed on certain plays, and you can even see that in terms of what we've seen in the plays that Xpurt and Money have made forward.
And I mean, Cam, that guy's played on some very high stages out in the CRL World Championships before, and he's not afraid to really put that pressure on you. And he literally, just watching that last challenge in the one-on-one, cut down the angle and then essentially just stopped and said, go ahead, make a play. And that's where you really see Xpurt and Money get put in the position of, now we have to execute. And across the board, it's been very difficult for them to.
Money working through it. It may even come down to something as simple as boost management too. Sometimes they do put themselves. We've seen them give up, put possessions and put themselves in tough spots, even get scored on because someone's going for boost and someone else is going for a challenge.
Yes. And that challenge hasn't gone exactly the way they wanted. And that's when you really start to run into the issues because they are so focused on trying to maximize potential. But unfortunately, it's not minimizing that risk as well. Flitz, that's a nice save. He was also massive defensively in their first series, Flitz was.
Yep. Ooh, there's a demo on the play. Flitz is taken out.
There we go.
That's so good. So good there for money. This play is all about just getting the 50. As soon as you know the demo comes, just get the 50 to pull Cam away from the ball for that moment. And Xpurt, quick to get on top of it, sees the open net. Well done for money to give Xpurt that lane.
Yeah, it's all about managing the play because you're absolutely right because that demo comes through and now you know you have the man advantage. So why bother taking the one-on-one versus Cam? Just force the challenge into a spot where Cam can't do anything with it and let the other guy have the nice easy goal. Cam unable to deliver into the top right-hand corner. Xpurt in not the most comfortable position, but still gets a decent enough clear out to the midfield.
Flitz up. Light touch. Nothing doing here. We'll take that corner boost. And Cam was actually expecting Flitz to lose that. He's playing on the sidewall, so now Cam has to wrap around it. Flitz versus money. Going for the bump, but Xpurt there in time to clear away the danger. I mean, great reactions there. Can he stop this one? No! Flitz gets it. So close, though, was Xpurt here.
Now, this freezes the defense because of how much space there is between Money and Cam. They both know that they don't want to just let Cam start a dribble. So they both kind of push forward a little bit, but they also realize that that's a little bit too far for them to actually commit anything further. But them moving forward initially opened up a passing lane out to Flitz. Cam, not being greedy, dishes one across the box. Flitz hits an absolute moneymaker into the net, and now he wants more. Unfortunately, he will be turned aside and denied boost. Cam going to have to play defense here and do so admirably. Oh, that's a goal.
Yep. That is a goal.
You can't drill one straight to the floor, baby.
It also makes you notice Cam doesn't score a lot. Because you can tell from when you see the goal explosion, you're like, oh, yeah, that's yep, okay.
I haven't seen that all day, I don't think.
Yeah, I saw him score once before that, and I was like, oh, okay. There you go. Cam looking for another. But Flitz has definitely been the one that's been on the scoreboard.
Working hard.
Whether it's on defense or offense. Cam's done a good job of being able to facilitate that.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stability provided by Cam in the backfield. But they are in a terrible spot here, to be honest. Low boost, ball bouncing high. Just dump that one away. You need time.
Yeah, get me out. I need some pads. Money will fake that out. It's Money and Xpurt, though.
No.
Need to force the issue, and Xpurt showed his hand. So Flitz, of course, will flick that to the top left corner to get denied. Chance for a follow-up from Cam, but also blocked out. But either way, they're running down the clock here. I'm starting to see the deja vu once again. Xpurt looking for a goal. Can't find it. Straight to Cam. 3 seconds left. Series going to be tied up again between Money and Xpurt. Of course, if you're just now tuning in, this is a rematch between the two. And it's been going the same way as the first one.
Yes, it has. Cam and Flitz, so tough to crack defensively. That's the unfortunate shortcoming for Xpurt and Money. It's taking hello at me. My cat's yelling at me. She just yelled at me. What is it? Anyway, Flitz and Cam, they're so solid defensively that it's so difficult for Money and Xpurt to consistently put together a drive that puts them in enough of an awkward position where they can't make some type of play on the ball. And that's, I think, going to be the real sticking point for Xpurt and Money is finding a way to consistently find themselves in positions of power on offense, because Flitz and Cam are just managing that defensive side of the game so well. I'm not sure that Money and Xpurt quite have the execution to really get them in those awkward spots.
Yeah. it does feel like putting Cam and Flitz in awkward spots unless you have like incredible mechanical ability or just faster than them. That seems like that was the biggest thing. But also, Daniel in Beast Mode had like a threat without them really needing to be too boosted. Okay.
He doesn't score often, but when he does, it looks great. Oh, wow.
Bang.
Just manage your approach. So easy to get so antsy when you get that ball coming off the backboard in that situation to really try and meet it there. And Cam just knows he has to let it come out because that's the only way to create the angle to score.
Flitz almost will be able to find it. Yeah, I was gonna say Daniel Beast Mode did such a good job of being able to maintain pressure and challenge while low boost, which is one. If you are someone who constantly is going for corner boost, it's a terrible habit to break, let alone learn how to be effective with. And I think we just need to see, if anything, just some more consistent pressure being generated for Money and Xpurt to really see it. It's not necessarily the quality of the shots. It's just the amount, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has something that could be improved upon, to be sure, because if you are generating a lot of shots, obviously that's going to force a lot more out of Cam and Flitz in terms of the boost usage, and that can certainly open up a lot more doors. And the way you generate more shots is you got to take a little bit better care of the ball and where you place it as you're going forward. If you're Money and Xpurt, you can't just go forward and assume that whatever you're about to do is going to work. You have to consider the outcomes and how to manage it afterwards if it doesn't.
Xpurt off to the side. Cam, though, good beat. Flitz is going to push it in. And just like that, the counter works out so well.
It's the perfect microcosm of what we were just talking about. I mean, Money's going out there for a flipper reset, right? And where's Xpurt? He's pushing hard up the side of the field, like trying to get some demo or some type of boost or something. But he's so hard forward that as soon as Money loses that ball on that air dribble, I mean, he's got no chance to come back and try and make a play because he's shoving so hard. And that's where you're saying you can't just go. It's not just going to work.
We got to figure out something here. Otherwise, we may see a repeat. Here's Xpurt. Looking for the dunk. Good touch out. Flitz to Cam. Gets denied. Flitz again. This one is sent across. Xpurt. We're going to light touch up. Cam will send it to the side. And he ends up sitting here in midfield. There's a good bump, and Cam will put on a shot. Money, though, in a great spot in the net to clear it away. Halfway through this game, and it just feels really one-sided here for Cam and Flitz.
They really are kind of camped out. I mean, up 2 so early on, they know they really don't have to press too hard. And oh my goodness, does it have the pace? Yes, it does. Flitz, what a redirect from the side wall here. He's been going for that back since the first series. And clearly the answer was to do it from 3/4 pitch instead of a quarter of the way.
Does hit it solid, though, from Flitz. Able to get that one. And like you said, trying it all day long. Now successful here, and that's got to do wonders for the confidence. I know going into this matchup, Flitz basically just said, yo, this is the last match, right? I got to go. Oh, Cam. Almost able to get that follow-up.
So clearly there's something about just being up 3 goals that makes you feel invincible. You could just do whatever you want. That's what I've noticed.
It's hard to come back from a 3-goal deficit. Someone really has to be trolling. Oh, that's a good bump, and that's a good shot as well. Look at this. This is what it is. Cam and Flitz. Cam gets that testing ball. Gets 1-2 to the loop. And Flitz able just to get the low, as long as he puts it in the right spot, able to just slide that on through. Wow. Also, big shouts. Big shout out to Lawler, 165 viewer rate. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. Also, of course, shout out to RollDiz as well for 159. If I didn't roll this out, we waited 15 minutes ago. Matches are still going on, as this one is a 4-goal lead with a minute 30 left. take a look at the way things have been. I believe, yes, this is the last match of the day. Two-piece of Parf swept Magic Bear and T-Var. So, yeah, and Alpha Kappa Spider 3-1, Adam and Diaz. So, yeah, last match of the day, which I got lucky in my planning.
It's all coming together. You love it when a plan comes together, guys.
I do. He's right.
All the plans for Money and Xpurt absolutely dashed.
They have not.
like they just had the open net, and like it just ricochets off the post, and it's like, man, not even the free breakaway goes your way. That's tough.
Cam, as 40 seconds remain, clears it over to the side. Xpurt puts it in space. Pop up for Money. Nice light touch there. Flitz. Sending this forward. 30 seconds. And we are going to go to match point once again with Cam and Flitz this time. And again, I believe this happened the last time they played as well. Shutout on one side, very dominant performance on the other.
Comfy.
Yeah, relaxed, comfortable, and in control of the series. Wow, that's a crazy bounce.
Okay. Whew. Reset. Take your time here. To be honest, if you're Money and Xpurt, I want the full 60 seconds here. Because I know that if I'm in their position, I'm definitely starting to get a little irritated. Because, I mean, you put up 6 shots, never really felt like any of them had a real chance. And you're just thinking, man, how are we going to break down? I think it's a two-part system, right? Because Flitz has obviously been pretty rock solid, you know, on the actual goal line. Cam as well, of course, in that game, coming across and making a few saves across it. But it's how quick Cam and Flitz recover as well if something doesn't go their way. I mean, they're coming back through the midfield and they're hampering that counterattack and cutting back into the person on the ball, and they do not overextend, you know, very far if they do. And that's the second problem is how quick they recover, and it's making it so much harder for Xpurt and Money. Like Daniel and Beast Mode, they were overextending for the world, you know what I mean, with all the pre-jumps. But at the same time, Daniel and Beast Mode know exactly when that's going to go wrong, right? And they feel confident enough to take the 1-on-2 on defense, right? But Money and Xpurt, I mean, they're never really ending up in the 1-on-1, the 2-on-1 very often because of how tightly controlled Cam and Flitz have been on the approach.
That approach may make or break this potentially last game of the day as we start things off there. Cam and Flitz been pretty much like that for the most part. Money and Xpurt, something similar as Money brought that one all the way through. Here's a chance for a counterattack. Xpurt does have the read, and it's a solid touch. Pinch across. Money pops up. There's Cam with the clear. Flitz up. Great speed. Follow-up touch potentially? No. Will be once again.
Now here's where you gotta do something. You have the 2-on-1.
1-2, but too high. They're pointed 2s, not 3s. There's no one there that's going to be able to follow that up. And Xpurt just trying to bump everyone else out while Flitz will get that boost. Leave the ball for Cam. Cam trying to break down the defense, setting up Flitz for a good opportunity. And Flitz pinch it straight down. That one not going to amount to much.
Never intending to actually try and score or pass. It's more just need time so I can recover here in the corner and have Cam come through and buy a little extra as well. And it will pay dividends. Money and Xpurt right on top of each other. Not a lot of options, and I think they crisscrossed each other, but Xpurt just realizing to get this ball away, so we kind of reset the positioning. Dumped into the middle. That's free, and that one will not be off the post. The respawn not in time, or was it? And did he go for the corner? Just not in time. No chance.
Yeah, but for Money and Expert, this is good, though. That's exactly what they're looking for when they're moving up the field. Trying to be able to break down Flitz and Cam like that. Can they make it consistent is the question, but an early start for them.
That's what you need to after kind of getting walked all over in the last one. Never really felt like you could get one through them. Now you found yourselves in a couple of positions, 2-on-1. You didn't execute one. You nailed the second one. You get the early lead. Okay. Now you just got to take that one and run with it.
Cam. Control here from Cam. Has to flip. No. Oh! Goes low. Wow.
How do you defend it? I mean, you obviously see him get the flip reset right there, so you're thinking top of the net. You got to jump. And Cam says, no, sir. All the way down, bottom left corner. Just an awful position to be in for Xpurt through no fault of his own. That's just a can opener on Cam.
Xpurt. Second touch? No. Good touch from Cam, too. Great clear out. Last back. Just in a perfect spot. Flitz is sitting on that back wall. Money. Some solid control. Here's Xpurt. Money's getting a bump on Flitz. So Cam able to become the wall while Flitz recovers. Flitz flip. Has it, uses it, and Money was there to read it.
And see, that's that different approach from Cam, right? I mean, he's obviously just trying to make sure that that ball doesn't get instantly counterattacked. So that's why he goes out to the sidewall. He knows he's going to give that ball up, and it's going to get cleared. But at the same time, he also knows it's not going to be in a dangerous position. And how about dotting it perfectly off the post and in from this touch from Flitz? Ooh.
Oh.
That's
Flitz.
the only way that goes in, I think.
Yeah. Flitz sets it up. Cam has to hit it. And my goodness, does he. The goal explosion matches the heat with that shot.
Extra spice and the pressure on Xpurt. That's what we're talking about. Coming back through the people, trying to place the pressure on the ball for Money and Xpurt. That's been the second part of the problem for Money and Xpurt to handle is never a clean opportunity to push.
Cam, light touch. Passes into the cross. Xpurt, no. Can be denied there. Cam taking all the boost. Flip. Gets it over and almost got the dunk on Money. Does push Money into the back of the net. Flitz tries to keep this play alive. We'll get it past Xpurt. We'll recover. Play it straight into Money, who plays it to Cam. Cam says, I'm not playing this to you. I'm taking this up the sidewall. But not really the best bounce there. Flitz takes a chance at it.
Okay.
And a good 50, but still Xpurt not really ready to break out there. So Flitz can get another touch on it. And Money will clear this away for only a moment. Final minute remaining, and the boys on the orange side have been stuck in their own box, constantly making defensive stops.
They are starting to work their way forward slowly but surely, trying to go for that back post and just don't have the ability to get around and put enough on it. Xpurt trying to beat the defense, but Cam so fast, dialed in. Kills that one down to the other end and bar down, post and out. Cam will come through and light the final candle. It's a eulogy for Money and Xpurt.
Straight down off the bar. You see Cam with the follow. We had said it going into this series, or at least when it started, didn't really see too much goal scoring from Cam. And my goodness, has that script flipped, been able to completely show up and show out here. 30 seconds remaining for Money and Xpurt to try to get two. And if the signs serve me right, we've seen this story before. Bumps on the play, a clear out, an open net the other way, and Flitz calls game.
I mean, that's just, you're trying to make something happen. You can't fault it. They want the bump on the back guy. Hope that the first man wins the 1v1. Doesn't go the way you like, but that's kind of been the story of this matchup in particular all day long. Money and Xpurt have a couple of great ideas, but Flitz and Cam, they got the answer sheet. And they close it out in fine fashion. Very well played to them. Well-deserved spot in, I think, tomorrow's showcase.
Absolutely. GG's coming out. Cam and Flitz stay alive here in the Double Vision tournament, and they are going to move on to play tomorrow. So, wow. Yeah, that was our last match of the day.
Voila.
What